Hi. This I'm gonna read a letter. This is to my sweetest Sarah. I love you very much, and I'm sad that I wasn't there to teach you how to drive. I wasn't there at your elementary school graduation nor your high school graduation. I wasn't there when you went off to college. I wasn't there when you went to graduate school. I wasn't there for your first boy you dated. I wanted to be there for all of that. And that is why I kept showing up. I know you didn't know, but for the first 9 months, I would show up each Tuesday for the court ordered visitation. And your dad, Robert M. Stribling Jr., will call the sheriff, and the sheriff would threaten me with arrest. The Fauquier County, Virginia sheriff. He would threaten me with arresting me for trespassing. I would show the deputy the court order, and he would tell me that it was a civil matter and he wouldn't enforce it. So then finally, in December, so after showing up for 9 months, I allowed myself to be arrested by the Fauquier County Sheriff's deputy. He got up in my face and he screamed at me over and over, and I was very afraid because I'd never been arrested. I've never been in jail. And so they put handcuffs on me and they took me to the Fauquier County Jail. And my dad had to pay $1,000 bail to get me out of jail. And then, even after that, your dad and attorney Mark Williams and Judge Jeffrey Parker wouldn't let me see you for another 4 months until the case had gone to court, the trespassing case. And then attorney Mark Williams and your dad and licensed clinical social worker Melba Hendricks told me that I couldn't see you unless I signed a statement that I had beaten you, and kicked you, and slapped you, and punched you. And I never did any of these things. I never did any of those things. And so they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't allow me to have any visitation with you. And they kept having me arrested and pressing charges against me. Lynn Phillips and attorney Mark Williams' wife, they all lied during the court hearings about the assault. They said I assaulted them. The Commonwealth attorney, it was the Commonwealth attorney at the time, I forget who his name was. He said I looked angrily at attorney Mark Williams' wife. You can look into the records. That's the assault. That's what I got charged with for the assault, was I looked angrily at attorney Mark Williams' wife. I was the in the Catholic Church, in St. John's Catholic Church. There was however many hundred people. It was completely jam-packed on New Year's Day. I didn't touch her. And then I had an assault and battery on my record. It destroyed my career, everything. Your dad wouldn't let me see you or write you or call you since May 9th of 2000. I went to church every day and I prayed so hard, and I know that the three of us are alive today because of my prayers. Your dad was really sick in April and May and June of 2000, and I don't know when he got better. I know he ran over my puppy Mimi, killed her on purpose. I know he tried to kill me by trampling me with a cow. And there were loaded guns in the house, and your dad was an expert marksman. dad was abusing sleeping pills and the prescription painkillers. At one point, your dad brought 4 lambs into the kitchen, and they were shitting all over the floor. And he didn't care for them, and one of them died. And when I tried to do something about the lambs, your dad assaulted me. And I called the Fauquier County Sheriff's deputy, and the deputy refused to arrest your dad. I went to the court, and the lady at the court told me I put the bruises there myself. And I went to the magistrate, and the magistrate told me if I didn't leave his office, he would arrest me for trespassing. And I documented all of this with photographs and all the abuse and neglect of you by your dad, and I submitted it to the Fauquier County Department of Social Services. They refused to investigate, and they said the court would investigate it or something, and they destroyed all the photos and the other evidence. And Judge Jeffrey Parker had me arrested and jailed for contempt of court, and Judge Parker and Attorney Mark Williams, they did many illegal actions, and I complained to the Virginia State Bar and the Judicial Inquiry Review Commission, and they refused to do anything too. So I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there for all of that. I'm just gonna stand the torture anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. I went back to Pennsylvania because the torture from my mom was so much less. But all the torture really, it made me sick too. You know, but but I want to see you. Okay, Susan. Oh.